Hello, friend. Happy Monday. Hope you're having a great day so far. And we're going to talk about stress. We're going to be talking a lot about stress. And this is why. Well, number one, um, modern science tells us that only 5% of all illnesses and diseases are considered like a genetic flaw. I don't know the names of all, but it's like a handful of like maybe five, six illnesses that are literally considered a genetic flaw. You're born with it and you're going to express the symptoms of that disease and there's no cure. Okay? 5%. That means 95% of all conditions, illnesses, diseases, chronic disease, which is what kills most Americans, are related to lifestyle, which has to do with diet, exercise, sleep, state of mind. Second, stress level, stress load. We're going to be talking today about stress load. What is your relationship with stress? And number three, environment. Like a lot of people have to move out of their homes because they've been exposed to black mold. So that's an example of uh, an environmental issue. So if you've been watching me for a while, you know that I speak about stress in a positive way. That stress is a stimulus for growth. Being an athlete, very active my entire life, I know you know this if you're active, if you're a fitness enthusiast or amateur athlete, that in order for you to have great results for your physical fitness, you need to go to the gym. You need to lift some heavy weights. Or if you're a runner, you need to go to the track and do some sprints. And all those workouts are painful, they're exhausting, and they're stressful. They stress the muscle tissue, they stress the body. They stress the body in such a level that releases a lot of good hormones that helps you to age better, helps you to feel good, helps with your mood and well-being. So far with me, stress can be great. The problem is stress in our culture, especially in a Western culture, has become chronic, right? So for instance, the leading cause of death and disability in US is diabetes type 2, dementia or cognitive decline like dementia and Alzheimer's, high blood pressure, depression. Okay? So think about this. Think about these chronic illnesses that I just mentioned are the leading cause of death and disability in US. And I'm not a doctor. So I'm not going to be sharing with you the cure of anything because I don't cure. I don't offer diagnosis of anything. What I can do as a health coach, as a lifestyle, as a holistic lifestyle coach, as a guide for your health, is to help you with stress, help you to decrease the load of stress in your body, help you to handle stress better, help you to deepen your skills in how to handle stress, and also help you to even knowledge what is really affecting your health. You might not even know. You might say that you don't feel stressed, and at the same time, you have this tightness in your stomach every day. You have digestive issues. So your mind would trick you. Your mind might tell you, no, my life is great. I love what I do. I love to work 70 hours a week. I don't need hobbies because I love what I do. I'm not stressed. And at the same time, your body is telling you a different message. So be really aware. This is the first nugget of this video. Be really aware between the language that you're using from your brain, from your conscious mind, and the language that your body is using. Are they in alignment? So let's talk about number one, very quickly here. Why chronic stress is bad for your health? It's all chemical. Everything that is happening in our body right now, we have 30 trillion cells in our body. It might be 50, okay, 30 to 50 trillion cells in our bodies. And right now, there's this intelligence in my body that is coordinating everything. And when we are in a state of good health, all this trillion of cells are working in harmonious way. So we experience from harmonious way, we experience great levels of energy, great brain health, cognitive power, like we're sharp, we have good memory, we feel motivation to go move our bodies, to create a video like I'm creating right now. We feel connected with our bodies, connect with others, connect with life. And the opposite of all that is a sign of imbalance. So my work as a holistic lifestyle coach is simply to help people to restore balance. And that's why 10 years ago, I felt the need, and I loved it, studying the topic of stress, because I started realizing that the root of all diseases and imbalances are stress, psychological stress, especially. When I say psychological stress, I mean mental and emotional stress, or thoughts and or feelings. It's not stress itself that causes disability and death. It's your relationship with the stressor, is how you handle the stressor. So for instance, I'll give myself as an example. When I look at my life in this last year from like the outside, if I look at my life as an observer, it wasn't too recently that I realized, holy cow, I had one of the most stressful years, like a lot of people did. A lot of change, a lot of losses, a lot. And the interesting thing at the same time, even though it was one of the most challenging years that I had in a very long time, it was also one of the times in my life that I did not feel this stress in my body. It was like all these changes, all these challenges were happening, and it feels like I was doing this dance. So instead of becoming stressed out, paralyzed, paralyzed, sick, had no energy, I was kind of dancing with the stress because I walk my talk. I'm proud to say that I walk my talk and I talk my walk. So this last year, I became my best client, because everything that I teach you and I teach my private clients, I really needed to apply to myself. In fact, not just apply those things to myself, I was also invited to really deepen other aspects of my coaching, deepen my spiritual knowledge, for example, my own sense of like relationship with life, with my work, my purpose, right? So it has been also a very spiritual, deep spiritual explanation. The problem with chronic stress is that it will cause a chemical imbalance in your body. And chemical imbalances are usually triggered by hormones. So the famous hormone of stress is cortisol. And cortisol is a great hormone. It's a hormone that goes up in the morning, gives you the energy, the motivation to get going on your day. And by the end of the day, ideally, if your circadian rhythm is working properly, by 8, 9 o'clock at night, the cortisol should go down quite a bit, and your melatonin level rises. That's another hormone, and you feel very sleepy and have a restful night. Unfortunately, that's the truth for most people that I talk to. Okay. So when you are under chronic stress, and again, usually it's psychological stress, is your relationship, is your perception with the stress that is it's causing problems. When your stress is chronic and is going for a long time, that means your body's producing a lot of cortisol. And that's where the mess begins, because the cortisol, for example, is going to make a lot of sugar navigate through your body. And when you have a lot of sugar going through your body, because your body thinks you're going to fight, you're going to flight, you're going to run, but you're not fighting, you're not running, you're sitting, you're not using all the energy. So what happens with all that sugar floating in your body? Because cortisol will make your body release a lot of energy to save your life. But if there's no, pit bull or lion running after you, and you're just sitting on your desk or watching TV, or, just being, just again, not doing any high intensity, crazy activities to burn out that sugar is here in your body, which is going to create a problem with your insulin levels. And that's why 88% of Americans have what we call metabolic dysfunction or poor metabolic health. All that means is that you have too much sugar in your body, first of all, and you're starting to have imbalances with insulin. And that's what leads to diabetes type 2, for example, or to obesity, to high blood pressure, and it starts to affect your brain tissues. So you might start having memory issues. And as you get older, you start saying, oh, that's normal. It's not. I'm actually 50 years old. My memory is better than was 10 years ago because I've been watching, improving my lifestyle, my diet, and everything that I teach you. So today the lesson is, because I'm going to be talking a lot about this, because if we know 95% of chronic disease illnesses are related to lifestyle, stress, and environment, that means we have 95% power to prevent or to even cure disease. And that's not my job to cure. I want to guide you, and then you can come talk to me or talk to somebody else who can help you. What I know is this: many doctors have written books on holistic health. And when they work with patients, they have great results in just 30 days. In fact, many doctors have reported that they reversed diabetes type 2 in a patient in 30 days by simply changing their diet, for example. Diet, and teach them how to handle stress better, okay? And a lot of times doctors send people to me as well, because that's what I do. I'm going to sit with the client, 45 minutes to an hour every week, and we're going to talk about their stress, and I'll teach the client strategies, how to not be affected by the stress. So you can have stress because that's inevitable. You have stress in your life, you just don't become stressed out. That's why I had one of the hardest years in a very long time in my life, and I never got sick. And I've been out. Everybody knows I'm out. I've been exposed to many people, probably being even exposed in the past with people who might be carriers of the virus, and I never got sick. So it's absolutely possible to have stress in your life and not let a stress affect your physical body. Will never make you sick. So that's the intention of these videos I'm going to be sharing almost every day. And not all of them will be this long, okay? I promise I'll make some short videos too. I'm just trying to give you a little bit of background on why these messages are so important and why you need to empower yourself with this knowledge. And knowledge, it's power. Learning is superpower. I heard somebody say learning is superpower. And what is learning? Learning is the combination of knowledge and application, meaning you got to apply in your life. Okay, that's the true power. If you're just listening to these videos and you're not making any changes, that knowledge is just information in your brain. It's not power, okay? So let's talk about, first lesson here, let's talk about, this is really the second lesson. My previous video, I share with you how your spiritual energy, basically energies, and when I talk about just the vibration of your body, your frequency, I'm talking about spiritual energy and how that affects your immune system and other systems in your body. So if you missed the video, after this, I'm going to put a link. Go watch the video about very powerful questions you can ask yourself that will help you to see if you're suppressing emotions, if you're suppressing desires and beliefs that could be causing problems. And again, let me remind you of this. Your conscious mind, also speaking of 5 and 95, your conscious mind operates only 3 to 5%. And everything else is unconscious. 95 to 97% of your energy is all unconscious. So that's why be careful with your mindset. If you're just using the brain to give you the answers, that's only 3 to 5%. And you might say, if you're like me, that you're super positive, you might be telling yourself, oh, I'm doing fine, I'm doing great. Okay, then let's ask your body. So my previous video was about that, ask your body. And we're gonna do a little bit of that here today. So let's talk about number one thing here. if this is resonated with you and you're like, Alex, I don't know if I have good stress or bad stress. I'm not sure. Well, that's what we're going to discuss here. So I want you to learn a term about stress that a lot of coaches, authors use, which is stress load. So you're going to hear me saying a lot, stress load, meaning what is the stress load in your body? If we could measure from like 1 to 10, what is the stress load, right? 10 would be extremely high load of stress in your body, and 1 is very minimal, right? So stress load is not about how much stress you have going on in your life. Stress load, I'm referring to how much stress you actually carrying in your body that could potentially be harmful if it's not already. And even if it is, this is not about a guilt trip, about blaming. It's about giving you some tools and you can start working with that stress, okay? So the number one thing you want to understand about load is that if you have a high load of stress, and how would you know? First of all, how do you feel? What is your energy level from 1 to 10? Authentic energy. I'm not talking about the energy that comes from anxiety, the energy that comes from drinking tons of coffee. I'm talking about authentic energy, that deep desire to do good, to heal your body, heal your emotions, heal your mind, your creativity, how insightful you are, how you're showing up. How can you measure energy at that level, right? Like your vitality. So that is like about your physical energy, but also about your spiritual energy. Like when you think about spiritual energy, think about your presence. What is your presence when you walk into a room? Is your presence like, putting a lot of light out, or it's kind of dimmed? That's kind of your spiritual energy, your presence, right? So how do you feel? What is your level of well-being? Think about that for a second. Here, I'm guiding you to start feeling, not just ask your conscious brain, your conscious mind, because your conscious mind would trick you. I want you to start understanding stress load by telling yourself the truth. What is the truth? What is your physical energy, your mental energy, your emotional energy, your spiritual energy? Truly. Pause this video and be true with yourself about the energy. So consciously, right off the bat, what's causing stress in your life? What's causing you stress? Pause the video, write it down. I'm serious. Pause the video, write down what's causing you stress. Money, relationships, the virus, the unknown, uncertainty, a friend, a family member, our government, people wearing masks, people not wearing masks. Write it down. Okay, welcome back. Now I want you to close your eyes. Don't do it yet. I'm going to give you instruction. You can pause this video. I want you to ask your unconscious mind. Yeah, 95 to 97% of everything you do, your entire being, is unconscious. So I'm going to give you instructions and you can pause this video. Once you pause this video, I want you to close your eyes, touch your chest, your heart, where it's like, this is a presentation of like, hello, body, I'm connecting with you. Hello, body, beautiful body, I am connecting with you right now. Ask your body, how do you feel? Tell me, show me how you truly feel. And then sit with that and hear the answer. Pause and do that, please. Okay, cool. Welcome back. How was that? What did you learn? So the body will talk to you, and you might, you might hear a word. That's when you trigger, you ignite your intuition. You might hear a word, you might see an image. And the most, simple way to start communicating with your body is by tracking doing a body scan and finding sensations and feelings in your body. For instance, I was with a client today. She gave me a statement that she was saying a lot of her stress, comes from that she doesn't believe she can do things alone. She believes people are always smarter than her and everybody's better than her. That comes from some childhood program. And I asked her where to close her eyes and say, where's that in your body? And she tracked and she said, it's a little bit here, which is, the speaking the truth. When we live in self-doubt, we don't speak our truth. And then she pointed to her stomach, right? And I said, how does it feel? And she said, it's tight. The stomach is the third chakra. It's where we hold our power, is where our will comes from. That's an energy center, right? So you can learn more and more about communicating with your body, because your body never lies. Your mind, your conscious mind lies, but your body never lies. And something even deeper, your energy never lies. So you track and you find, I'm doing good. And then like, oh, but I have this tiredness. Then you would ask, all right, what is this about? What is the root cause? This is how you can start practicing, exercise your intuition. You need to have time with your body. You need to connect with your body. There's a tremendous disconnection between the head and the heart, or the mind and the body. And that is behind a lot of disease, because your body is communicating with you, but you might be just too freaking busy to listen. And healers say that by the time you feel a lot of pain or a lot of discomfort in your body, it's you being under that chronic stress for quite a while. It's like the last stage, your body's screaming at you in order to get your attention. I always say, don't wait for your body to scream. Hear the whisper of your body. And in order to do that, all you need to do is to take 15 minutes a day. And that is like, you can do that's your meditation time. That's a me time. 15 minutes, even, okay, 10 minutes. Put some beautiful music in the background, close your eyes, and just connect with your body. That's it. The problem is we became so over intellectual in our society because we're so smart. We build rockets, we build nuclear bombs that can destroy our planet, 40 times. We have the technology to go to Mars, basically. We became so over intellectualized that we take for granted these very foundational, simple practices. And if you start reading books about holistic health, which I have like 80% of my library, it's holistic health. If you start reading ancient healing, ancient medicine, it's all about the fundamentals: nutrition, movement, hydration, breath, sleep, rest, and having a healthy, positive mindset. Have a healthy relationship with your mind. Learn how to handle your emotions, right? So I'm going to break all this down because I have content now to share every day with you for the next year. So I'm going to start dropping nuggets for you. And I promise I'm going to try to make some videos short. I'm just educating a lot right in the beginning. So just hang with me, because I'm not going to just tell you to do something without giving a little bit of education. Okay. So that's the exercise. If you didn't do it, if you didn't pause this video, watch this video again and do those exercises where I ask you to ask your conscious mind what's causing you stress. And then I ask you to ask your unconscious mind what's causing you stress. You're going to learn more. Your body has all the information that you need. And that is empowerment. My mission in this life is to empower as many people as I can to heal. We have incredible power to create illness in our bodies. And the part that I'm most interested in is the power that we have to create well-being. We have 95% of power. What about that? This is not woo-woo talk. This is not new age crap. This is modern science of epigenetics, neuroplasticity, neuroimmune psychology, all these amazing sciences. Anyway, that's what I want to share with you today. do the exercise, and let's see what comes up tomorrow. Will be a lot of more content. Make sure to follow me on Fit to Thrive page and share these videos, because this could be life changer for somebody. This is a conversation that doctors, the MDs, are not having with their patients. They only prescribing drugs. They taking care of the symptom temporarily. It's not going to the root cause. You heard about people who had one treatment with a healer, could be through hypnosis, could be through MER, mental emotional release, could be through a psychedelic drug, medicine, I like to call. There are many, many, many therapy models, and they get rid of their illness in one treatment, in one day, not treatment, in one day, one session. Okay? So first step in this path of healing is to give yourself permission to heal and have the desire and the courage to heal. Heal your physical body, heal yourself from past trauma, emotional wounds, and we're going to be talking about all here. Thank you so much. Please share this knowledge, share this video, and also send suggestion. What do you want me to talk about? Because this is a big subject, and I'm going to be talking a lot about foundation first. So today, the last one simply to help you to start unloading the stress. You have stress on the body. Let's start unloading by putting on a piece of paper what's causing you stress. That's lesson one. That's the beginning. Thank you so much, and I'll see you very soon. Mwah.